Well, hello, me scurry dog friends. It's Captain Mike here. Today is Saturday, November 7th, 2020. 2020 is the year of the shit show. We just about have a sunset happening, and I thought that since it's Saturday, the 7th of November, good gosh, something important happened today. Oh yeah, the vote came in. Salute to you, President Biden and Vice President Harris. God, it'd be so good to get away from that shit show. Anyhow, without much further ado, I'm going to do a toast. First to you, my viewers. Lordy, I needed that. I think it's been months since I had any grog. And another toast to President-elect Biden. Give us 4 good years, Joe. Give us 4 good years. And another toast to Vice President Harris, the first woman to ever become Vice President. It's a big-ass deal in my house. I don't know how it is in anybody else's, but believe it or not, women can do just about anything that men can do. And in some cases, some women do it better. You know, it's like that old Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers thing where they talk about how great Fred Astaire was as a dancer. Well, guess what? Ginger matched him move for move backwards and wearing high heels. So how about a salute to Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. I'm just saluting the shit out of everybody tonight. I'm glad my mug's big enough to hold a few. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to come around behind the camera for a minute and show you what's getting ready to happen. This is my little 4-wheel quad. That's more or less my legs when I'm on the farm. And you probably noticed some areas of blue tape. That's because it had some manufacturer's name on it. And, you know, if they would like to have their name show, then they probably ought to support the videos we're trying to make for everybody. But looky right there. What are those 3 things? I see a whip. What else do I see there? I don't know. The back end looks a lot like a cannon, doesn't it? Sorry to jerk that for you boys, but this is really a cheap tripod because we don't have the kind of sponsors we need. They couldn't even keep us in beer, I don't think. Anyway, I'm going to pull way back so that you can get a little bit of that setting sun. And keep an eye on this thing because I'm going to fire that salute in about a second. I see a jet trail. 2 of them. It's like they're heading together to hit each other or something. Oh, then I'll explain to you why I'm all dressed as a pirate today. But first, let's do that salute. Generally, I use a lens stock. Tonight, it's a lighter. Whatever lights. Come on, a light. There we go. 3, 2, 1, bang. I think that'll wake the neighbors up. But then again, you know, somebody's got to keep them awake at times here. I cannot see where I'm at on this screen, so let me change it. I do love the smell of black powder when it goes off. And I also love that smell and everything else. So the reason I'm all dressed up today, wearing the pirate gear, we'll go over some of these things in an upcoming video, but that's actually a real sword, a real cutlass. It's a French Navy cutlass from about 1840. And sometime I have another fellow that's a blade expert, and I'll get him to come in, and he can tell you how to spot the phonies from the real ones. But this is a good one. It's better in the right hand, but yeah, that's a real one. And then my shooting iron. This really hasn't been shot in a couple hundred years. See if I can bring it up closer to you. It's, I think, of North African design, and it's probably very late 1600s, early 1700s, and it has not been shot since then, and I don't think it's really gonna be, but I like the way that they did the carving on the wood and everything there. But it was a piece that I found somewhere and said, man, I gotta have that, because that really is from the pirate era, the golden age of piracy. Another clue to that time period is look at the angle on the grip. And if you look at that, you see it kind of sticks out rather than come straight down. And that was kind of how they did it more back then. Having a big ball on the end of it actually helped in aiming as well, because you could, depending how you squeezed here, was how far it went down in your hand. And in general, pistol shot was about 50 feet up to maybe 50 yards. After that, it was hand to hand, and there's an awful lot of hand to hand that got done during the flintlock days. If you happen to run into somebody during a rainstorm, you probably weren't going to be able to shoot them because your powder was either damp or wet. So that meant you had to go for the things that cut. So, without further ado on any of that, I'm going to have another sip of this, and salute to you, Mr. Sunset. Well, oh, yes. Why did I get in full regalia today? Well, number one is I like this clothing a lot. And number two is my neighbor's grandchildren were at her house for a party. And she actually took a farm wagon and put pirate flags all over it. And they did a hayride here on my farm, on the Pirates on the Farm. And they had a great time. And I came out and shot at them with cannons for a bit, and then they came in and they got to learn a little bit about pirates. And they were all dressed up, of course. The kids looked great. I would have taken them to a pirate festival anytime. They'd have fit in well wherever they went. So that's that one. I hope that folks is seeing this and watching it will stick with the channel Ye Pirates Workshop, or keep looking ahead. At some point I have a ton of stuff I have to list on Etsy. It is all handmade, and it is all heirloom quality. It'll be anything from wrought iron to carved wood to paintings to who knows. I mean, it's just whatever I feel like making. When I get up in the morning, I make one. If I like it, I make 5 or 6. And it's been that way until I've almost filled up a barn with things, and it's time to get rid of them and share them. And I hope you guys will like them if you happen to get out there and look for us. Ye Pirates Workshop. Ye as in Hawaii. Speaking of Hawaii, I'd love to go to Hawaii. I haven't been there in 20 years. What a beautiful place. Hey, I'll tell you what. To all the wicked wahinis in Hawaii, how about a toast? Captain Mike will come back to see you someday, darlings. And everybody else out there, subscribe, hit that button, hit the bell. That way you know when I'm posting something new. And I can't guarantee it's always going to be your cup of tea, but I think you'll usually find something interesting, even if it is an old fart that likes to dress up like a pirate. So that being said, let me get out of the sunset and get you a few scenes of it. Why don't you have music? I will tell you why. Because I didn't make it yet. We have a music problem with an earlier video. And everything should have been fine on it, but it got a copyright strike, and I'm still trying to get a hold of the band so that they can help me straighten it out, and they haven't done it yet. And that's, in a way, sort of pissing me off, because I thought we were all pretty good friends there, especially in the pirate realm, or private reenactor realm. But we'll get it straightened out, and then once I can start using music again, you'll see these things with a little bit of ear comfort while you're watching. Anyway, thank you all. Enjoy the sunset. Captain Mike is saying goodbye. Till the next time.